You sit down at your desk to do some simple, focused work, and almost immediately you feel the pull, a phantom buzz. A screen lights up out of the corner of your eye. Before you know it, you're cycling through tabs. You check your email, open a message, swipe through a feed, and click back to your document, only to pick up your phone 10 seconds later. You aren't even looking for anything in particular, you just have this overwhelming reflex to check. It's easy to blame a packed schedule, but time is rarely the actual bottleneck. The real issue is that your concentration has become incredibly easy to hijack. Your brain is remarkably adaptable. Right now, it is simply optimized for distraction, because that is what you have spent hundreds of hours practicing. Attention behaves like a muscle. When you constantly jump between 10 different stimuli, you stop using the neural fibers required for deep focus. Over time, that specific pathway atrophies from a lack of sustained use. Because distraction is a learned reflex, focus is a physical skill. Just like any atrophied muscle, it can be systematically rehabilitated through deliberate incremental practice. To rebuild that muscle, we have to look at how the modern digital environment physically alters our cognitive habits. This chart compares stimulation frequency with attention span. Short-form videos provide a massive hit of fast novelty. You swipe, you get a joke. You swipe again, you see a sports highlight. Your brain conditions itself to expect a brand new reward every few seconds, which correlates perfectly with that plummeting trend line and our overall attention span. Slower activities, like reading a book or working on a difficult project, rarely offer a reward every 5 seconds. Because your brain expects rapid-fire novelty, these sustained tasks trigger a massive spike in boredom. Chasing fast novelty is only half the problem. There is an even heavier tax levied on our day by constant task switching. When you pause writing an email to check a single notification, the distraction might only take 15 seconds, but your brain doesn't instantly snap back to where it was. You have to expend mental energy just to reconstruct your original thought, which destroys any deep momentum you had built. Reaching the end of the day feeling exhausted but unproductive is the direct biological consequence of this fragmentation. You aren't lazy. Your energy was simply spent on the high cost of switching. Effective physical therapy for an atrophied brain begins by completely reshaping your physical environment. Triage your environment by making distraction geographically inconvenient. Put your phone in another room and turn off notifications. This removes the need for constant willpower and makes the bad habit annoying to access. Next comes light training. This involves the deliberate, slightly uncomfortable practice of enduring boredom. When you're waiting for a train or sitting in a coffee shop, resist the automatic urge to pull out a screen. Leaving those empty pockets of time unfilled gives your mind the space it needs to wander. It allows your brain to process the day and generate new ideas that would otherwise be drowned out by endless scrolling. Once you can handle doing nothing, you graduate to heavy lifting. This means actively practicing sustained focus, starting with just 10 minutes of reading a physical book every day. Focusing is a cycle. As you read, your thoughts will inevitably drift off course. The real growth happens in the specific moment you notice that drift and pull your attention back to the center line. That return is the repetition that rebuilds the muscle. You can pair this with a writing exercise. Writing your thoughts out by hand creates physical friction, forcing a racing, fragmented mind to slow down and match the deliberate speed of the pen. These daily repetitions systematically lower your brain's baseline threshold for stimulation. You start to find it easier to function without needing a constant, high-velocity stream of entertainment. As that cognitive muscle strengthens, you gain the ability to resist immediate gratification, unlocking a much broader shift in how you live your day. You move away from opening an app and passively accepting whatever the algorithm decided to feed you. You enter a state of intentional choice, deciding exactly what you want to learn, watch, or read before you even pick up a device. Adopting a create before you consume rule cements this new baseline. Spending time recording your own thoughts before scrolling through the opinions of others flips your relationship with digital inputs. Rebuilding focus grants you cognitive agency. You gain the ability to use modern technology on your own terms, rather than serving as a passive recipient of whatever an interface provides. Your attention determines the actual architecture of your lived experience.
Protecting it ensures that you maintain the ability to inhabit and experience your own life while it is happening, rather than letting it scroll past you.